Welcome to step 2 of the 534 Simple Eating Plan, where we're going to cover how to be able to create your own successful eating plan. Now, the most important ingredient of the 534 Simple Eating Plan is going to be enjoyability. If you can enjoy the foods you're eating, the plan you're following, and the results you're seeing, then achieving success is going to be a breeze. Right now, during the planning process, is where you have the opportunity to make sure that you're going to create a plan that's going to be enjoyable, fun, and one that you're likely to stick to. So set the intention right now that you have 100% complete control of how much you can enjoy this process. So let's get started and jump into step number 1 of creating your plan. Step number 1 is to get familiar with the healthy foods list. Inside the 534 Simple Eating Plan, you're going to find a template that looks just like this. Now, the healthy foods list are made up of all the foods that give you the maximal amount of nutrition and energy. And when combined together in healthy meals, these foods will also help to activate your internal fat burning mechanisms. One of the secrets to losing unwanted fat is to actually let your body to do all the heavy lifting for you. And by eating the right combination of nutrients, your body can begin to get rid of any unwanted stored fat. So right now, I want you to pull out this healthy foods list and take a look at all the available food options on it. Now, this list is pretty comprehensive, but it doesn't include every single food option. Now, if you ever come across a food that is not on this list, then just use your best common sense to see whether it fits in or not. So now that you're getting familiar with the foods list, let's go ahead and move on to step number 2, which is going to be to create your meals for the next 5 to 7 days. You're going to find this meal creator template inside your program, and you're going to use it to begin to design your own healthy meals. Now, when creating your meals, what I would suggest is first going through and creating all your breakfast options for the week first. Then go into your lunch options, and then lastly, create all your dinner options all at once. Now, while going through this process, it's going to be likely that you find yourself running out of creativity. Now, this isn't necessarily a bad thing. In fact, eating the same few meals all week long will make it easier to stick to your plan. Now, it's probably likely that right now, you probably have a pretty good, predictable diet that you stick to, even if it's not healthy. So let's go ahead and start going through and start creating some of your meals. Now, remember to stick to the food options that you know you already like and that are easy for you to prepare. And now, this example would be a great example for either lunch or for dinner. And so in this example, for my protein, I would have chosen chicken breast. Now, from the list, you have several different options that you can choose from. This is just an example. So I chose chicken breast as my option for my proteins first. So now that I know that I have enough protein to which to build the rest of my meal upon, I'm going to choose vegetables second. And in this option, I'm going to choose zucchini. Now, when you get to the good fats category, you're going to have a wide variety of food from nuts all the way to oils. Now, in this option for myself, I'm going to select avocado. Now, if I were eating a salad, my good fat options might be olive oil that's included within a salad dressing. Now, the spices category are going to be considered a free column where you can add as many spices as you'd like. Now, I personally just prefer salt and pepper, but in this example, I'm going to go ahead and choose a blackened spice for my meal. Now, you'll notice from this template that there is not a section for carbohydrates or other grains that you're typically used to. Now, because those are omitted, it's going to be important that you get your carbohydrates from vegetables, but also from fruits. Now, your fruit selection may or may not go with the rest of your meal, and that's okay. So it's important to always choose the options that you're going to like the best. And so in this example, I know that I'm going to have strawberries with the rest of my meal. So now that I have my example done here for lunch or for dinner, I'm going to want to take all my meals from breakfast, for lunch, and for my dinners, and I'm going to take them and input them into my weekly meal planner. Now, using the weekly meal planner, you're going to be able to leverage your time and see which days you're going to want leftovers. And now, if I was creating this for myself, then I would look for areas where I was having a specific type of protein or vegetable for dinner or for lunch and try to use it for the next following meal or the next following day to save myself some time. This planner is also going to help with your shopping. Now, remember, the key to this meal plan is simplicity. Now, the simpler your meal plan is to follow, the greater success you're going to have. Now, it's important to note that your meal plan may or may not look a little boring to you, and that is completely fine. Now, the first thing you should do is get used to being consistent at following this meal plan while it's boring and while it's simple. Once you get used to the habits and once you become very consistent at the schedule, then you can start plugging in some more adventurous choices. So there you have it. As promised, a very simple walkthrough of the 534 Simple Eating Plan. For 5 days a week, you're going to choose 3 meals a day from the 4 food groups. And another great thing about this program is that even if you're eating out to restaurants or you're on vacation, you can still follow this plan. And if you have any questions on how to customize your meal plan, please feel free to reach out to us using the contact info below. This completes step 2, and go ahead and go on to step number 3.